Right now, a protest over data centers in Wisconsin. What several groups and dozens of protesters are saying about the controversial buildings.
Now we're tracking temperatures in the 50s, not the 40s. We've got 50-degree plus weather in the forecast and also the chance for thunderstorms and snow. What's the latest on that timing? I'll let you know.
Madison needs to be reminded of what we just lost.
Later, a local reverend is remembered for his contributions and impact on Madison's South Side. And we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. UW-Madison students are now required to show proof of their vaccinations. This new rule comes after a UW student tested positive for measles earlier this month.
UW says acceptable documentation includes submitting official vaccination records or evidence of immunity to University Health Services for verification. Now, students can disclose they are not vaccinated. Unvaccinated students will not be required to provide a reason. Students have to share their vaccination status with UW by March 12th. If they don't, they won't be able to register for classes. Students can share their vaccination status on the online platform MedProctor.
And now to Rock County, where 2 people are hospitalized after an explosion. Janesville Fire Chief Ryan Murphy says the incident was reported on Innovation Drive yesterday just before 4 p.m. Murphy did not specify which building was involved, but says it was an industrial accident. One person was taken to Mercy Health Hospital in Janesville, another taken by MedFlight to the UW Hospital's Burn and Wound Center in Madison. Chief Murphy says the explosion was caused by steam overpressurization.
Right now, Madison police are asking for your help finding a driver they say hit a pedestrian and then took off. It happened December 27th, about 2:30 in the morning. Police say a man was walking in the area of West Washington Avenue at the Southwest commuter bike path when a car hit him. A passerby found him lying on the ground unconscious and called 911.
A former Monona Grove High School staff member is accused of misappropriating district funds. According to the Board of Education president, an investigation found $38,000 of fraudulent purchases by a former administrative assistant at the school. The alleged misappropriating is believed to have taken place between 2023 and 2025. The employee resigned and left the district last October before the investigation. The district says it identified the questionable purchases December 16th, and a week later that employee allegedly admitted to making them, and the money has since been recovered.
Now to continuing coverage of a protest over data center proposals. That protest at the state capitol.
And the protesters are concerned about the issue they're calling today a day of action. Our Nash Dara has the story.
Here outside the Capitol, several groups and dozens of other protesters have gathered in opposition to expansion of data centers throughout Wisconsin.
People over profits.
Communities across the state have seen data center proposals and construction, creating an influx of resistance as many hope plans are rejected due to energy costs, water usage, and lack of public oversight.
The long-lasting impact that data centers have on communities and on the environment, that it's really important to just take a step back and reevaluate, and let's learn more about the implications that these projects have on communities.
Protesters would later proceed inside the Capitol, where they were joined by organizers and local representatives who shared their interests and concerns.
I introduced a piece of legislation today in conjunction with other legislators who were up here to say we are putting a pause on these data centers moving forward in our state, that we are putting forward a moratorium until all of the questions that you have, they're actually answered before we move forward.
We reached out to several cities where data centers are located and or proposed and have not heard anything back. Proponents of data center expansion say it will create more jobs as well as generate more revenue for the state. For now, outside at the Capitol in Madison, Nash Dara, News 3 Now.
Nash, thank you. Currently, negotiation continues for data centers in Janesville and Beaver Dam.
Temperatures were about 10 degrees above normal today. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
And those temperatures are going to continue to go up into the 50s. We might even have some mid-50s by the time we get in a little bit later into the weekend, going out into early next week. And then the temperatures take a tumble back down again. those temperatures late next week, those temperatures are still near or above normal for this time of year. So get ready for the 50s. They're on the way. Starting tonight, though, the average low 14, nowhere close to that. Temperatures will be well into the 20s tonight, well above normal for this time of year, and well above normal as we go into Friday. Highs of 49 in Madison, low 50s in southwest Wisconsin. Get a little bit more sunshine tomorrow. I think the low 50s might spread a little bit more over southern Wisconsin. And low 50s, that's average temperature you'd see at the end of March. Not the middle of February, but let's bask it and enjoy it while it lasts. Even right now at 6 o'clock, 31 in the Dalles, 33 Madison, 32 in Janesville, still hanging on to 41 in Prairie du Chien out towards the Mississippi River. And this is a pattern that is going to continue to evolve as we go towards the weekend. Part of the three things you got to get out of the forecast: 40s, upper 40s on Friday, sunny this weekend, continued warmth. Valentine's Day is looking fantastic. We got thunderstorms we got to talk about. Thunderstorm chances, yes, in February, and some snow chances, too. The very latest on some weather makers on their way to southern Wisconsin. When they arrive, I'll let you know when I come back in a little bit.
All right, Alex, thank you. Right now, Madison is mourning a reverend and local entrepreneur.
Larry Jackson died last week after health complications. Our Tanisha Shaw talked to his family, and Tanisha, they say Reverend Jackson is leaving behind a legacy.
Yes, hi Sarah and Eric. People in Madison, and specifically on Madison's South Side, know Reverend Larry Jackson as the street doctor. Families say he was coined the name because he always knew what the community needed.
He died in Black History Month. His birthday was in Black History Month. He's all of Black History Month when it comes down to Madison.
That is Action Jackson. He owns Jackson Yard Care in Sun Prairie. He says his success as a local businessman is credited to his uncle, Reverend Larry Jackson.
Seeing his entrepreneurship with all his properties and then his landscaping skills, his interior skills, man, it taught me so much. He actually is a pillar of my business.
The father of 7 was a pillar in Madison. He died at 71 years old after health complications. If he wasn't preaching from the pulpit, he was creating legacy through business. He owned homes on Madison's South Side, found the local restaurant, Natty's, and ran the True Worshipers Community Church.
Uncle Larry was one of the first black men that owned property on Fisher Street and then on the South Side. And seeing at those times when I was growing up, seeing somebody, especially our color, owning something, you know, that just changes the way you think about somebody.
He broke a glass ceiling on Madison's South Side with his entrepreneurship skills, showing black people that they can have ownership in their own neighborhoods.
He built his family up. He built his community up. He built foundations on foundations. So his legendary speaks for itself. I don't got to speak for what that man has done. Action speaks for Uncle Larry.
His family says his legacy will forever be remembered. A funeral service for Reverend Jackson will be held next week at Mount Zion Church on Friday.
All right, thank you so much, Tanisha. Coming up next, how a Middleton High School club is creating opportunities for students with developmental disabilities.
Plus, a popular musical is wowing audiences at Overture Center. We'll learn how the actors are able to pull off an ice skating act on stage using real ice skates, but no ice. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
Welcome back. A Middleton High School program is helping students with intellectual and developmental disabilities feel included at a time when building social connections is more important than ever. According to a recent report from the Wisconsin Office of Children's Mental Health, only half of Wisconsin high school students feel like they belong in the classroom. And that's where the program Best Buddies Club comes in. More than 100 students meet monthly where they create crafts, participate in activities, and develop advocacy skills. Club members also have buddy pairings for one-on-one activities outside of school, like attending UW-Madison sporting events.
On a social engagement basis, it's such a great club to include everyone and just make everyone feel like they belong.
Our schedules are very different at Middleton. There's 2,000 kids already, so there's a very vast variety of classes you're taking, whereas here we get to meet together and become friends with people you wouldn't normally see.
So at today's meeting, members worked on heart-themed art for Valentine's Day and also painted their nails ahead of the big holiday.
Well, one of the hottest new musicals is showing at the Overture Center right now. Kimberly Akimbo follows the story of a young woman named Kimberly with a rare genetic condition that causes her to age quickly. Throughout the show, she is forced to navigate that condition along with family dysfunction and more. And during the show, there is a part where the actors actually ice skate on stage using real ice skates. And today, we spoke with one of the cast members on how they're able to pull it off.
It's a synthetic plastic on the floor called Polyglide, or sometimes we call it glice, and we also coat it with like a water glycerin solution, and then we dip our real ice skates in the glycerin, and then we can glide even more.
Sarah saw it. She endorses it. She loved it. You can go see Kimberly Akimbo at Overture Center now through the 15th. Tickets are on sale at Overture Center's website, which of course is overture.org.
Definitely something
Good
unique.
show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Still ahead, a documentary about a former UW basketball coach makes its theatrical debut.
After the break, Brady Mallory joins us live with more on this film and where you can watch it.
And just how warm is it going to get over this Valentine's Day weekend? Alex returns with the answer when we return.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
We're taking a live look down the Beltline at Todd Drive. Smooth sailing there, barely even dark. Temperatures continue to climb. We're going to check back in with Alex for the latest on the warm weather.
And they're going to continue to climb, Sarah. And yes, I was looking at that as well. I'm like, just a little bit of light out there, and it's 6:14 at night. How about that? Warm temperatures getting up well into the 50s, if not mid and upper 50s in some parts of southern Wisconsin over the course of the next 10 days. And then we cool down, but even that cool down late next week, those are temperatures still above normal for this time of year. Let's look at the trend of temperatures near normal, above normal, and take note today. And then just to the right of today, on the right-hand side of the screen there, watch that yellow line. Temperatures in the red zone. That means above normal, above average to well above average, carrying us all the way out into next week. And that Valentine's Day forecast that we were mentioning just before the commercial, high of 50 degrees, partly sunny, warm, mild on the left-hand side there, and light winds. Usually when we're in February, March, when we have mild conditions, warm weather, it's usually wind that is also associated with that. So light winds the next couple of days and warm temperatures for this time of year. These temperatures tonight, 25 Madison, 25 Baraboo, 27 up towards Camp Douglas, 26 in Janesville. That's 10 to 12 degrees above normal for this time of year. And then tomorrow's highs in the upper 40s to right around 50. The average is 30. Yeah, so you can do the math there. We're nearly 15 to 20 degrees above normal for that high temperature on Friday, associated with some sunshine. But I said that there would be some chances for precipitation in the forecast. As we head out towards next Tuesday night and Wednesday, we have a good chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast as well. Let's put that together here ahead of this next weather maker. In fact, we've been talking about this since Thursday night of last week, where I thought, our weather models are coming into agreement of a more active weather pattern as we head into the mid and latter part of this week. And well, that's what is still mid and latter part of next week, excuse me. And that is what is still being suggested here. What you see in that red, that's atmospheric energy, meaning there could be enough energy for thunderstorms Tuesday night going on into Wednesday morning. We can't rule out the potential for an isolated severe storm in the Midwest, which would include southern Wisconsin. Then as we look at the next 10 days following that Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame, when we're in the 50s, our temperatures are going to start to slip as we head towards Thursday and Friday. All indications another weather system that could bring a mix of rain and then turning over to wet snow as we head out towards Thursday and Friday of next week. That's supported by the Climate Prediction Center. All the green you see in the northern 2/3 of the United States, good chances for being above normal precipitation-wise. We just need to know what the temperatures are going to be in order to know, is it going to be snow, a mix of rain and snow, or all snow, and we'll have a little bit of all of that in the forecast. And a viewer photo here. If you got a phone, chances are you have one probably sitting right next to you. I have one very close to me. So scan that QR code in the upper left. We'd love to see your weather photos on air. Thanks, Rita from Cuba City.
All right, Alex, thank you. And tonight, a powerful documentary about former Badger basketball player and coach Howard Moore and his family. It's making its theatrical debut tonight.
Back on May 25th, 2019, Howard Moore was hit head-on by a drunk driver in a devastating car crash that killed his wife and daughter and altered his life forever. A Road at Night, it's called, tells the tale of Moore and his family with an emphasis on love, loss, and ultimately hope.
News 3 Now's Brady Mallory live now at Marcus Theater's Point Cinema in Madison with more on this premiere tonight. Brady?
Basketball legend, coach, pillar of strength and resilience. There are a lot of things that you can call Howard Moore, but to Jarrell Moore, he's just dad. And Jarrell's here with me right now. Thank you for making time for me to visit with me tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
And I want to ask, I'm so sorry for everything that your family has gone through. Loss is never easy, but I want to know, how are you doing?
Doing great. Taking it day by day, like I always say, one step in front of the other. Just trying to, strive as much as possible and persevere through, tough times. And I always try to be a positive person and, make sure I'm strong for others in my family for sure.
Your dad is here tonight, and I know that you two love movies. What does it mean to both of you to have this movie honor his legacy and just to have it on the big screen like this?
I feel like he's definitely fallen in love with it. I feel like he's appreciated it so much since hearing about it, and just being able to have a chance to see it on the big screen, I feel like it means the world to him, and it also means the world to me. And just knowing that our message and our story is being, put out there into the world and the community, it definitely is a blessing for sure.
I think a lot of people go to the movies because they look at a story and maybe they want to see their story. Maybe there's someone who is going through loss, or maybe a family dynamic has changed. Maybe they are a caregiver. What do you hope that they walk away with when they see this film?
You can definitely persevere through anything. Tough times are only temporary, and happiness can be more longer lasting, for sure.
Is it pretty cool that your dad is so respected and just regarded as like the basketball legend that he is?
Yeah, it definitely is one of the coolest things to have just out there in the world. Just knowing that my dad is, someone that is so special to other people, it's really inspiring, and I definitely strive every day in every aspect of my life to be like him, like all the time.
Well, very good. It was such a pleasure and honor talking with you tonight. Yeah, go enjoy the film, and best wishes on everything. We're here for you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, tonight's limited engagement for A Road at Night is all booked up, but here's the good news. I have some good news for you. You can see this film starting this weekend, all throughout next week. Just check your local listings. You really have got to see this movie. You will be inspired, and, big appreciation for Howard Moore and his family for sharing this story with the community. Eric, Sarah, back to you. In the
great
studio.
interview, Brady, and what a great young man to tell that story, and we wish them nothing but the best. And people, go out and watch this film because it really is something special.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brady. How touching. Special kid.
Absolutely. Kay's here with a look at sports.
Yes, coming up in sports, a story that will bump, set, and strike your heart next.
And now, News 3 Now Sports, brought to you by TDS Telecom.
Madison is a huge volleyball town. Badger volleyball pulls in some of the best attendance in the country. When the first professional sports team came to Madison to play, it was a volleyball team, and it was a win-win for Wisconsin. But as sports director Andrew Bandstra reports, the biggest win belonged to the Furbringer family.
I married a volleyball player who also coached, who came from a volleyball family, and so it's just given us a lot.
Volleyball runs in the Furbringer family. What has volleyball meant to your life?
Well, volleyball has been my life.
Matt, the head coach for Love Madison, was a 4-time All-American at Stanford as a player, played professionally all over the globe, and won an Olympic medal as a coach for the U.S. national team.
I've traveled the world doing it. I've met some of my best friends doing it and built just amazing relationships.
But he was ready for his next step.
They'd asked me to come back, but I was the assistant coach. I was looking at head coach.
That's where something bigger than the 6'8" head coach stepped in.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of the universe talking. I'm not sure.
You see, right after his daughter, the best setter in the country, committed to play volleyball at Wisconsin,
I had reached out to Love, and they said, well, we have 2 openings left, and one of them's Madison. And I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense because my daughter will be there. If I went somewhere else, we'd be all over the country.
Once again, the same sport that made their family brought them together.
It's unreal. It's the perfect situation for both of us.
Charlie is in the crowd for every pro volleyball game her dad coaches. And Matt in the crowd for every game his daughter's Badgers, who reached the Final Four this season, plays.
We're so grateful. It's really nice to have him here during the winter time, especially when it's a little more depressing times because it's so cold outside. We were able to get lunch or dinner once a week, which is so awesome. And just having him here is literally a dream come true because we're best friends.
A description any dad would get emotional hearing.
Well, that feels amazing. We have a great relationship. I think we're a really close family. You know, I think we just really try to support each other, and Charlie's really been great supporting me and helping me through being here by myself, and I just try to do the same for Charlie. Listen, learn from her. She's super smart, and just grow with her and have this experience together.
Two superstars from California, father and daughter, doing what they love together.
We just work together so well, and he's really my glue and my rock in this life.
In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Well, that is quite the volleyball family, isn't it? The first family of Madison volleyball.
Very cool.
Quick final check, Alex.
Temperatures in the 50s, get ready. Those are temperatures you'd see at the end of March, and they're going to stick around all the way out into next week. And at 10, the very latest on those weather systems next week.
All right, Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us at 6. Entertainment Tonight is next.
Our next show is coming up at 10 o'clock, and you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. See you at 10.
You know,